Well, hello, 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 hello. We are up in this joint. And we're talking about some amazing things today. So here's what I'm going to need everybody to do before I present our special guest on today. Would you hook us up and just start sharing right away? Mama used to say sharing is caring. We're going to put it to the practice. We're going to put it to work today. So start sharing right now. And I ask that you would invite someone to this broadcast because you're going to meet an incredible person. Someone's going to gain a hero today. I promise you that. And it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous experience. So as I'm going to my page, I hope you're grabbing the feed, sharing it in your group, sharing it in your private messages for certain others, so forth and so on, because this you don't want to miss. We're going to find out what's happening all across the globe, around the world, from the United States to the UK. And yes, the lovely lady that you see to my right, perhaps your left, is right now being interviewed from the US because we want to know what's going on over there in the UK. And I don't think there's anybody that can tell us any better than Samantha. Samantha, good morning, darling, or good evening to you.
Yeah. We now go, good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah. Just say all of them. We just say all of them.
We have to, don't we? Because we're absolutely everywhere, and that's the beautiful thing about what we do. And thank you so much for inviting me onto this.
My pleasure.
I was a little bit shocked when you asked me, if I'm honest.
Oh no, I've been excited, and when they asked that I was present for the great training you had a couple of weeks back, and I saw all that energy, and I saw all of the great people that you had on your broadcast, I said, yeah, we need to go ahead. It's time to start connecting. So I'm just grateful to have you to share your story, because that's what this segment is about. We really want to hear your story, and there was so much more that you were saying behind the scenes of what you were saying that I wanted to dig a little further in. So today, I'm just going to ask that you would unpack. Let's kind of we're not even going to go into the business space. We're just going to go into the heart. Here's the space where we're going to speak from. We always do. You're that type of person. I'm that type of person. So let's talk about who this Samantha is. Let's talk about
Right. So I'm 46 years old. Let's just get that out of the way.
What?
All I say is make sure you drink plenty of water every single day.
Well, what kind of water? We need to make sure we're drinking the right stuff.
I don't drink tap water. I haven't drank tap water for over 2 years. I don't like fluoride in me. Who am I? Well, obviously I'm me, but I'm a very spiritual me, and I'm also a very business-minded me. Yes. I follow my soul and not an ego. I refuse to have an ego with anything that I do. I learned a long, long time ago that an ego will never get you anywhere in life. What it will actually do is it will destroy everything around you. So I refuse to trade with an ego, and I always make sure that I lead with my soul. I found out about 10 years ago that, that I am very spiritually gifted. I'm a spiritual healer, as you know, a medium. I've got the art of telepathy. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with me.
Right.
A lot of my friends that are very close to me are like, you're full on woo-woo, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a tree hugger. What can I say? But that's who I am, like on the personal front. And not everybody knows it. I'm very much into my meditation. I love my spinning. I'm always on the bike. And today's actually National Bike Day. So I have been on my bike today.
Okay.
I actually tend to meditate as well when I'm on my bike. I zone out. So I will literally, and I actually work out an awful lot of spiritual workouts as well. And I find that really grounds me. I find that if I get on my bike in the daytime, that will ground me. That will bring me to the level that I want to be. Because let's be honest about it, life can be really chaotic. And we go through a lot of things in life as well. And I, like everyone else, I've got emotional scars. I don't mind admitting it. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Okay.
At the age of 16 weeks old, my mum left me on a doorstep. I am a doorstep baby.
Mm.
And I'm actually proud that I'm a doorstep baby as well, because I won't let my past dictate my future. I
Amen.
refuse to let my past dictate my future. I
Mhm.
refuse to let my past hold me back. I left home when I was 16 years old.
Mhm.
My family life wasn't the best.
Mhm.
I found out when I was 7 years old that the lady that was bringing me up wasn't actually my mum.
Mm.
It was
16.
So I was 7 years old when I
Oh,
found this
seven.
out.
Okay. Uh-huh.
7 years old.
Okay.
I can remember one day I was asked to go get something out the bottom of the wardrobe. So I did. And being a child, we're inquisitive. And I found this wedding album. And within this wedding album, there was my dad standing next to this lady. And I looked at this lady and I could see that I looked like that lady. I could see instantly that I looked like that lady. But being a 7-year-old, I couldn't compute what was going on. I didn't understand what was going on in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember my father sitting me down at the edge of his bed and then actually telling me that basically that lady downstairs wasn't my mum, that wasn't my brother, that wasn't my sister, they weren't my nan, that wasn't my nan, that wasn't my aunt, that wasn't my uncle. I realised at that point that the first 7 years of my life had been a complete lie to me.
Mm.
And it set a precedent for me from that moment on. And I'm thankful for this. And I know that, some people will think, wow, how does she move forward with like stuff like that and things like that have gone on?
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's temporary. Absolutely everything is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 7-year-old. The 7-year-old was in that position. I'm a 46-year-old. I'm not in that position.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 16 years old, I left home. My home life wasn't good. Let's be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're told that the first 7 years of your life is a complete lie, it makes you question everything.
Right.
And it does. And what it also does is it also instills in you from a very, 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 very young age is not to lie to people, not to wear a mask, not to be something that you're not. And this is why I refuse to wear a mask. I'd rather be disliked for the person that I am than liked for something I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, the fallout just comes from there on in. So I'm lucky in a sense that my background isn't the type of background that that most people's are.
Right.
I'm lucky that I've had those experiences at a very, very young age, because those experiences enabled me to go forth and do so much more with my life. I refused to be conditioned to what went on when I was younger. I remember being told that I'd never amount to anything but be a factory worker. That's what I was told when I was 15 years old.
Wow.
At 16, it must have been a few weeks after my 16th birthday. I got up and I left home. I never went back.
Was it a family member you were raised by, or?
I was raised by my dad.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
My dad married the nanny, and my nanny became my stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
I have got the most amazing grandmother from my father, though.
Mm-hmm.
I have got the most amazing grandmother. She's like a mum to me. My grandparents actually legally adopted me when I was younger, so they are actually my legal guardians.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got amazing family from my nan's side of the family. That's who I know. I don't know my mum's side of the family. I didn't meet my mum till I was 19 years old. And too much had gone on. We tried. It didn't work, unfortunately. We tried again when I was pregnant with Curtis, because I looked at it and I thought to myself, well, she never had the chance to be a mum to me, so I'm going to give her the chance to be a grandmother to my children. And unfortunately, her husband, jealousy got in the way, and jealousy can be a very, very cruel thing. It can kill things. And his jealousy between our relationship caused so many problems that in the end, I ended up walking. And I've not seen or spoke to my mum since, well, about 15 years.
Wow.
I'm very much the type of person, everything I've got and everything I am, I've done myself.
Mhm.
Everything I've got. I'm in a privileged position. I've got a mortgage. I've got a 4-bedroom house, a double house.
Mhm.
You know, and that's literally been through getting up and grafting. From the age of 24 years old, I went self-employed. I realised at that age that realistically the matrix was never ever really going to look after me. It's always going to spit me out. I didn't know about obviously what we do at that point, and I went into traditional businesses. I literally, it's quite ironic actually. So at the age of 24, I was working in a sales environment. I was working for an insurance company. I was one of the sales supervisors, and I hope a few people who catch this remember this scenario. I can remember we all got walked into an office, and the company was selling out to Churchill, which is a very, very big company within the UK. And they needed us to be the driving force to drive that company, so therefore the owner could sell out at the price that he wanted. Well, when he got the sell-out price that he wanted, he pulled us all into the office. And this is the type of person that I am, and this is the type of backbone that I've got. At the age of 24, I was on £32,000 a year. So you're talking, I don't know, $45,000.
That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking 22 years ago. That's the sort of money that I was earning.
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking into this office, and there was about 8 of us supervisors, and there was 2 women in there, and I was one of them. And they offered us what the new pay structure was going to be. And my maths is like that. I got very quick with my maths, and I was like, that's an £8,000 a year pay cut. So does that mean that I don't have to do as much?
Mm-hmm.
No, you've got to do the same job, but we're going to pay you less. Not me, you're not. You're giving me my P45, and I'm going now.
Okay. Yeah.
And I did, and I literally walked out of that and walked into, well, I didn't even have a job, to be honest with you. I got headhunted by British Gas. I went and worked for British Gas. I worked with them for, crikey, it must be a couple of years I worked for them, and domestically. And that's what took me into service industry. I love service industry. So I'm not a product person, I'm a service person. So literally worked for them. I can remember being at a conference in London, and I can remember them, they'd raised their prices up, and I was door knocking at the time, because that's where the money was. The money was quick. I used to work like, I'm not joking, I used to work 2 hours a day and earn £100,000 a year. That's how much I did. Because I walked into the energy market just as it deregulated. So I hit that market just as it went boom. And to be a pastor Mel, I do have a tendency to hit things just as they're about to explode.
Is that right? That's a good trait.
I've got that. And I remember in another conference, and I remember this conference, and they turned around and said, look, you know, their prices had gone up, but they still wanted us to knock on the door. And they wanted us to turn around and say that, you know, that we was the cheapest in the market. Now, my ethics won't let me do that, because I know that that is not true. And that put me in a position whereby I've got to lie to people. My first thought was this: if someone knocked on my nan's door and lied to my nan, I would hit the roof.
Right.
I would hit the roof, because I wouldn't want that happening to a relative of mine.
Right.
So again, I quit. My morals, I had to quit. My morals made me quit, because I couldn't.
Your values, what you stand for.
Yeah. I quit that, and at the age of 26 years old, I started my very first traditional business. And I was very fortunate. I was able to actually start it with my children's father. So we started that, and unfortunately our relationship wasn't the best. We parted ways. And I can remember when we parted ways, because Curtis was 7 weeks old. So I've got 2 children, and I brought both my children up on my own as well. I brought Curtis up on his own from the age of 7 weeks old, mainly from 7 months old. Father lived with us for a year. He's a good dad to the kids, so we're very lucky in that respect. He's a very, very good dad. They've got an amazing dad. I can't ask for more in that respect. And even though when we're going through what we're going through at the moment, he's not even seen his children for 12 weeks properly. He's not ringing up the phone and having a go at me. He's saying, I understand that you are protecting our children. So, it's going good. It's going how it should. What we care about is our children, and that's all it is. Doesn't matter if the relationship's parted, because let's be honest about it. Relationships do fall apart. You just have to learn to be respectful for those that are
most definitely. Especially when there's children involved.
Yeah. So we're there. We've got that going. I obviously, when I had Curtis, and I didn't go back to work straight away once I'd had Curtis, because I wanted to put Curtis first. In fact, to be honest with you, Mel, I didn't actually really leave the house properly for 18 months. My friends had to drag me out because I was that type of mother that I wouldn't leave my child. I was just like, oh my God, I can't leave my child. I didn't want to go out. And I can remember one of the girls said, you've got to come out. And I think I must have been out for about an hour and a half. And I went out.
And you hightailed it back. Like, are they still there? Yeah. Wow.
Okay. But then this is when things really took a turn for me. I went back to work. And when I went back to work, I found that I didn't have the weight of the people that I had behind me, and I was on my own doing what I was doing. That never bothers me, because I know who I am and what I've got to give. So that's never an issue to me. But this is what did come up. So I was going up against a company that was in the same sector as me, selling exactly the same service. And lo and behold, they was making a complete mess of it. They managed to get the guy who was funding it into £80,000 worth of debt.
Now, translate that for me, because
that's $120,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So this guy's running $120,000, £80,000 in debt. Along comes me. I take one look at the business and I speak to the investors, and I say to them that, with the greatest of respect, you are always going to be in debt if you carry on with the path that you're going down. I can show you a different path if you choose to take it, and we can earn a lot of money together. Now, obviously in 2008, we had a massive recession and everyone got hit hard.
Yeah.
During that recession, I got to work and I built a business. And I built a multi-million-pound business during that time in the utilities industry, and that's what set me up for most things that I do in life, because I've been very lucky to be at the top of my game in a dog-eat-dog industry, where it's predominantly run by men.
Right.
And I've had to stand my ground many a time in that industry.
Wow.
Fortunately, we wasn't able to stand our ground against a major supplier, a blue chip company, and they took us down, and our renewals were worth £7 million, and I lost a lot. So my life has gone.
Now, give me that translation again, that conversion. £7 million would be the equivalent of.
I think I might need to Google this one.
All of us in the U.S.
It's a lot.
10 million maybe, or something.
Yeah. So they didn't want to pay that out, so they took us down. And I literally went from earning, I remember like in 16 weeks, I earned like £120,000. Had an amazing life, jumping on aeroplanes, absolutely this, that, and the other. And I lost a lot. Even to the point of, at one point, I had the taxman knocking on my door, sending letters through. The bailiffs were going to come knocking at the door, because I had a £16,000 tax bill, which is probably about 20 grand for you guys.
Okay.
Obviously, I'd invested into the company to try and keep it afloat, and I'd lost everything. And I've got this huge tax bill, and I've got the taxman knocking at my door, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And do you know what? I just turned to my face. That's what I did. I completely turned to my faith. I turned to my spiritual faith, and I put my faith in God, because I knew that this wasn't my circus. I knew that I had to let the situation completely pass through me, because if I didn't let the situation completely pass through me, it was going to completely destroy me. So I had to stay very, very level-headed. Unfortunately, the taxman, for me, I was able to set a deal with him. I mean, I still pay it off, a monthly payment, because it was such a time I couldn't do it. But we moved to that. But then what happened was this. So all this goes to pot now. And I've got a Curtis. Now, Curtis has got Asperger's. And at the time all this was going on, I was also getting my son diagnosed with Asperger's.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up and down at the school constantly, at the hospital, and I was having to deal with not one school but two schools because Curtis was transitioning from one school to another. And because of his Asperger's, he couldn't just go on like what the children go on a couple of days to see what it looks like. He needs more. So where he needs more, I have to give more. Everyone around us has to give more.
Right.
So while he was going through that, I couldn't even work properly, Mel. I couldn't even work. So I got myself a telesales job working from home. I chose that I was no longer, I literally went from earning thousands and thousands of pounds per month to earning £9,000 per year to put my children first.
Wow.
Because being mum, I have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be a mum, so I have to step up and be a mum. It's the same as I chose to be the leader of the UK for Pay to Save, and I have to also step up with that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still my baby.
Yeah.
It's all my baby.
Yeah.
But you have to step up differently at different times, depending on the situation.
Right.
And you have to step back as well. And I had to take a severe step back in my career to put my son first.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. And I don't mind admitting, you go from having the high life to having no life. It's like, I remember standing in a store one day, and it was in Wilkinson's. And fortunately, I had cash in my back pocket. But I remember standing in the queue, and my card declined, my credit card declined, and another card declined, and I was mortified. And I was just so glad that I had enough in my back pocket to physically be able to pay for it. But you know what, Mel? That humbled me. Do you know what that situation did to me? It stripped me of having an ego completely. After that, there was no way that I was ever going to be able to have an ego, because I felt what it was like to literally have everything stripped from me in one go and lose the whole lot, not through any choices that I'd made, but through choices that other people had made. And because they'd made bad choices, their bad choices reflected on my life as well.
Right.
And I learned from that point on that realistically, I had to find my own way. I had to be reliant on myself. What happened is in about 5 years ago, I remember one time I was just got this message off a girl that I knew from London, and she just said to me, she said, "Is there any possibility you could help me do some sales? I know you're really good at sales. I've got some products that I need to shift. Yeah, I'm trying to make some money from home. I don't know whether or not if you'd be interested in taking a look. Would you like to have a look at it? Because I think you'd be able to help me." So she was asking me to help her. So being the type of person that I am, and obviously being a healer, I'm going to want to help, because that's my nature. That's who I am. I like to help people. So I said yes. I didn't even know what I was letting myself into. I actually walked into network marketing without realising it. Just literally by somebody saying to me, "Can you help me?" But what I didn't realise is I wasn't helping them. They were actually helping me.
Right.
And I didn't know it at the time, Mel. I had no idea what I was walking into. And literally I walked into this company, and I was in it for about 6 weeks. And it was product. I'm not a product person. And enough people come at me, ask me if I want to sell products. I'm a service person. For me, and the reason why I like services is that I find that services can help the family, not just the person that's putting lotion on. I prefer to work with
you. You're helping more people. In your heart, you're a nurturer. I perceive that because of your children, and you love to help people in general and not just specific to one occasion. I can see.
Yeah. So I then really look at this comp plan within this company within 6 weeks of being in it, and I'm looking at this comp plan also, and I'm thinking to myself, this is not the comp plan that I want to be working. And I'm never going to obviously say what company name it is, because I've got respect for everyone where you work.
No need.
Yeah, no need. So I moved on, and I moved on, and I moved on. And then in 2017, I walked into another service company whereby it was to do with the gas and electric. Now, obviously, that's my background. That's my forte.
That was your baby.
Yeah, so I'm flying with this one. We're we're chugging along and everyone's having a good time. Everybody. We're all loving this. We're all earning money. We're all getting money off our mobile phones. We're getting money off this. We're getting money off that. Everything that we can buy, we're getting it at a discounted rate. Sam's happy. Everyone's winning.
Mm-hmm.
The business goes under.
Woo!
Yeah.
Did you see it coming?
It just went under. Not my business, the business. The business itself went under. So I lost a downline of 4,000 in one go. I was like, holy moly, here we go.
Flashback.
Like, yeah. And that hit me hard, Mel.
Mm-hmm.
That broke me. That broke my spirit. That's the only company that's ever broke my spirit in networking, and that broke my spirit so much. I actually left networking because of it. I left for a bit. I had people asking me to come back. I was like, I don't want to. That hurt me. That's hard to get over.
Knock the wind out.
But you know what? I know that this happens to a lot of networkers, and it doesn't really matter what size your downline is. If it hurts, it hurts. The pain is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
But when I came back to networking, I realised more than anything that I had to really get over that situation. I had to remove that mental block from me.
Right.
And it was a huge mental block, and it was huge. And I'll tell you how huge this mental block was, Mel. I joined the company that we're in back in April originally, 2018.
Uh-huh.
I sat in the company for 4 months and I didn't do anything. And I couldn't do anything because I had all the mental blocks of everything that's gone on with. Were
you aware that it was there, or did you have to really go in and really reflect on the fact, why am I so stagnant? What was your experience?
I didn't just know it was aware. I actually stood up to it and dealt with it. I paid an awful lot of money, and I got a coach to coach me and retrain my mind to come back into this industry. Wow. Because I knew that coming back into this industry, I wasn't going to play about with this industry again. I'm coming in full throttle, and I knew that the only vehicle that I wanted to promote is obviously P2S travel. I'm not interested in anything else. Right. No matter what you put in front of me, it doesn't matter how much money you offer me.
Right.
This is my home, and I'm staying.
Wow.
This is my home.
Wow.
I am the only, as we know, at the moment, and we're working on that, so it changes, the only ring holder in this company.
Come on. So, in other words, the Queen of England. Let's just use that one for right now. There'll be others, but for right now.
Now everybody's seeing how shy I am. I'm not this shouty person. I don't put these labels on myself.
Yeah.
All these sort of names.
You've earned it. Let's back up for just a moment. I want to address the audience. You're watching this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're here visiting with one of our members of Paid to Save Travel in the UK, as she's just confessed. Literally, she's opened the market there, and incredible person to work with and to lock arms with and to make major things happen. Now you're beginning to see why. This is a young lady who has the heart of a lion, the heart of a champion, and she's a young lady who has overcome many obstacles from her youth and onward, from being reared by parents and relationships that were very difficult in her childhood, to parenting her own children, almost alone at different times and weathering those storms, and then going into a profession and being at the top of the game, making millions and millions and millions of dollars, to see it all go down the drain, and then coming back again and getting the wind knocked out of you. Don't, there's a principle there. Here's the principle. It ain't over till it's over. And don't ever quit. Get back up. So we're going to get right back into the rest of her story, because I promise you it's going to be worth it. Here's why. Because some of you watching this broadcast, maybe you're in a place similar to where she's been. Maybe you're in a place that might even be worse. We don't know. but the principle is going to be the same. Don't give up on yourself because you're greater than that. And we're going to now begin to transition and talk about where she is. And I want you to pay particular attention. If you haven't already done so, please share this broadcast. Let me go ahead and put this up now because I want you to make sure that you connect with her online. So give me just one moment to get, of course, her Facebook page is right there. If you'd like to connect with her, you'll be able to do so right there. And our team here in the U.S. and abroad the United States, and we have, we're operating in more than 42 nations. We're making plans to get to Europe, and she's going to be the rock star that's going to be our tour. So we're looking forward to a great time there. So with that said, Sam, take us back to the spot where here it is. You were out of the game completely. You said enough is enough. 2017, and then
it was 2000 and it was back end of 2017. It was enough for me completely. I felt like that I didn't want to bring another person into this industry because I'd seen bits of this industry that I really didn't like. Mm-hmm. We all have things that we don't like, and we all have things that we love.
That's right.
But for me, I don't want to be bringing anybody into anything that's going to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, if you don't get it right, it hurts. You've got to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I did. I joined this company. I sat in it for 4 months. I was actually paid to come into this company because the person that wanted me to work with them that badly. They actually paid for me to come into this company.
Mm-hmm.
And I still didn't do it for them. I'm the type of person, I'm not going to be railroaded or bullied or pushed into anything by anybody.
Right. Definitely.
Because if that was the case, that would have happened when I was 16 years ago. That would happen when I was 7 years ago. I'm 46 years old. It ain't happening now.
Yeah, come on.
It's not happening now.
A little bit too late.
That boat has gone. That boat has gone.
Yes, absolutely.
So I knew that I wanted to be in networking, but I didn't know which network that I wanted to be in. And this one was put, obviously, right there. And it was there on my face. I couldn't see what was in front of my eyes because my mind was closed.
Wow.
I had to open my mind so that my eyes could see.
Man. That's a tweet right there. Somebody catch that.
And I'm telling you, when I opened my mind, God did my eyes see, and then my heart fell.
Okay.
And the minute my heart, my soul, and my mind attached to this company, it was game over.
Mm-hmm.
It was game over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you yourself have got the same rank I've got. Yes. And congratulations to you as well, because you've got a wig, and I'm so pleased for you that you've got it.
Thank you. We'll rise together.
I'm telling you, we are going to rise together. We're going to party together. And we're going to help any other people. Everyone else that wants to get involved in this, rise with us.
Yes, absolutely.
So I then literally had a situation whereby I couldn't afford my bills.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't afford my bills. So to me, it was like, right, what do I do? Do I go back to... Do I go full-on networking, back to full-on networking, or do I go affiliate working, where I just do it on my own and I'm not really worrying about anyone else?
Right.
So I sat and analysed the company. I'd already had an introduction. I'd already spoke to the CEO. So I already knew that the CEO was top-notch. That was never, ever a question. I mean, the CEOs of this company are... off the Richter scale, and I get excited when I talk about them. I do it every time, don't I?
Absolutely.
But literally, so for me, once I plugged into this company and I realised what this company was, and I realised what this company is going to bring to other people that join this company, I went to work for it. Mm-hmm. I was very, very, very lucky. I went to work hard for 7 weeks, mm-hmm. and within 7 weeks, which is what you've produced and you've got, mm-hmm. we have an 18,000 a year.
Yes.
Residual income, which is our basic income, which is even before we're doing our work, that comes in every single month.
Yes.
We have a position whereby we do the work once, we get paid again and again and again and again. So for me, I wanted to make sure that I could offer people something that wouldn't hurt them,
Right.
Something that if they decided to never ever show it to a single person,
Right.
would they still win?
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are the tick things that I was looking at the company before I really got involved. So obviously start with the business, get going, get moving. I'll never forget when I had to do my very first event, like national event. I was like, oh my god, this is scary. Now we're getting scary.
Right.
I remember sweating, and I mean sweating. And if anyone who stands up in front of people of an audience and gets up and doesn't sweat, you know what? You ain't doing it right, because you're going to sweat a little.
Right.
I love this company so much that from where I started, being the person that didn't want to come back to networking,
right,
put myself on a course that cost me £9,000 to do. I tell you what I actually did, Mel. I actually went and put my jewellery in the pawn shop because I couldn't actually afford to do the course. That's how much commitment I have for this company. I put a 10-carat diamond bracelet into the pawn shop so that I could have the money to go and do this company. Within 7 weeks of doing this, I was able to literally put myself in a position whereby I've actually generated an income which some people don't even get working full-time through this company. I've done that within 7 weeks. And
let's pause this, Sam, because I want to make sure that somebody watching this is catching what you just said. You saw something, it came in front of your face, you couldn't see it until you opened your mind. And once your mind is open, they blew your mind. You became acquainted and met the CEO. You saw how everything was operating, and you're like, oh my God, this is it. And you wanted to get involved, but because of your situations of loss that you had already experienced, most of it no fault of your own, you just suffered many significant losses. And here you are, you're at a deficit. You don't have what it takes to get involved with this incredible opportunity, but you took what you already had and you sacrificed it to move ahead.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
This is such an important principle because a lot of people, they want everything handed to them. They want it to be easy. They want it to be convenient. They don't want to give up anything. They want to give up time. That's a principle of an entrepreneur. And you did it, and it doesn't seem like you put much thought to it.
Not at all, because it had to be done. I knew it had to be done because I knew that if I didn't clear that block, it didn't matter whether or not I had a pot of gold in my hand and you couldn't feed yourself. If my mental block was there, you still didn't want my pot of gold. I had to remove the mental block. And this is something that a lot of networkers have to do, because we sit and we procrastinate. We think we're going to get the job done, and we don't. And we sit there talking to this person that's not really going to build with you. Or you end up, talking to this person that's in the business, and you're not building. You're not getting what needs to get done. So yeah, I've had to completely retrain my mind in so many different aspects to be able to enjoy this company, work this company, and be a success with this company. But I knew that this company was the right one to take that risk with. No, I wouldn't normally put jewelry like that into the pawn shop. No, I would not. But for fear of losing it, no. But I had that much faith in the company. Once I looked at the company, I knew that wasn't going to be an issue. And when I held my very last event in February, back in Birmingham, I actually had my jewelry on that day. And when we started the event, I actually did tell the team that day of the story of my jewelry. That it'd gone in, and I put it on that day to show that I'd got it out of the pawn shop, and I'm elated the fact that I've got that out of the pawn shop.
Yes.
That's something I worked very hard for. I worked very hard for that, to get that.
Yes.
It's not just about me, it's about where we're going as well, the UK team. I'm in a very, very, very fortunate position. Obviously, I work with you. I work with Kay, I work with Daryl, I work with Todd. I've got two amazing uplines. I mean, we've got Deborah on the call right now because I've seen her name pop up. We've got a magnitude of entrepreneurs that have got the right heart
Heart.
to move the business forward.
That's
And obviously the CEO is David Hart. I mean, what more can we say?
That's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it for us, Sam. For the benefit, we have a number of persons here that I haven't been that familiar, but let's just go through some of the feed that I see. I want to give a big shout out. We got William Weddington. He's online. We got Aunt Janice. I'm going to have to introduce you to Aunt Janice. That's my aunt. Kayla. We got Kayla Young is in the house. She says God is good. We got my main man. We call him the Lion Chaser. You met him already. Mr. Dalton Bramwell. We love you, man. We got Lorraine. Amen. She says hello. We got Renee Winters Jackson. She's right here in San Antonio, Texas. Much love to you, sis. We got Josh Rodriguez. God bless you, my brother. Good to see you. Give your family my love. We got Nell Michelle. Hello, darling. Shakira. Oh, God. We got Dr. Sita is in the house. You'll have to meet her. An incredible leadership guru. We got Kat, Coach Catherine Jenkins, my main man, my big brother, Pastor Harvey Langford. Adrian Curtis is in the house. So you're pulling a lot of people into this conversation, and I believe they're being blessed. Anita Herndon, my main man, Doc Anthony, Dr. Jackson, let's talk. We got my brother, amen, Pastor Paul Askew, Jason Wolf, Hattie Atkins, Pastor Danny, Paula Middleton. Now, is Paula in the UK?
She is indeed, yeah.
Yes, that's one of your rock stars on your team. We got Bishop Eric, North Carolina. That's my cousin, my main man. Lorraine, amen. She says you are an amazing and a beautiful lady. She's on your team, is that correct?
Yeah.
Wonderful. We got my sponsor, none other than the apostle, almost 4-star, Deborah Taylor. Jason Benjamin is in the house. God bless you, man. Jay, give me a call too, man. We got to talk. We got Jay Williams. We got Dr. Crystal Woodard. Let me do this while we're on this. We'll be talking about this. She has an interview coming up for ministers in the gospel. Y'all need this guy. Y'all make sure y'all get a copy of that. We got Arthur Massey, Prophetess Michelle. Amen. So we got a lot of people. So let's pick it up from here. Here's what I want you to do for us. And my allergies have been acting up. I apologize. My eye is running, but we're going to keep pushing through. But I want you
hang on a second.
Blessing me.
I'm just going to remove that itch from your eye. It'll stop now.
I'll receive it. Amen. Amen. Do this for me and for the benefit of everybody on the show. Talk to us about the company as a whole, because many of them have no clue of, we say P2S or pay to say. They don't know who that is because it means everything to us, but they may be hearing it for the first time. So I want you to break down who is Paid to Save.
Okay.
What do we offer and why are you so excited?
I joined this company because I could not afford to take my children abroad anymore. Mm-hmm. I've taken my children abroad for the last 6 years, and it's got to the point whereby it was on the credit card. Uh-huh. And with the greatest of respect, you can't just keep doing things on credit. You need to be able to be paying things out of your own cash.
Yeah.
And literally the reason why I came back to this company and took a real good look at this company is because it's got everything I need for my family. And if it's got everything I need for my family, it's going to have everything that every other family needs as well. Mm-hmm. When I joined this company, I joined it so that therefore, like what we do at Christmas, some of us, we put a little bit away each month so that therefore we can have a really big Christmas. Mm-hmm. So I joined this company because I wanted to have holidays at next to nothing. That's what I wanted. So I've come in, that's my, for me, that's what I want for us. But oh my God. So when I started this, we only had one dream vacation per year. You'd literally come into this company, you'd start it, you'd take what membership you wanted, you'd then pay your monthly membership fee. And then at the end of the year, you would then pick which holiday you was going to take. Mm-hmm. So I was happy with that when I walked in, Mel. I mean, I was over the moon because I looked at the prices. I looked at the prices that I've been paying, and I could work out that no matter what I was paying, there was no way that I was going to pay more than what I was paying before, even with my membership fees on. So I was like, right, great, this is winning. This is absolute, here we go. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, before I know it, we've then got this shopping portal that's come on to the UK. So what I do is I help families have a larger disposable income so that therefore they are not cut out of life's luxuries. They have not got to go out to work and do an extra hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours a week to be able to have those life luxuries. I teach people, just change where you're getting it from, but get the same but pay less.
I love it.
That's what I teach people.
I love it.
So I teach people how they can join a fantastic company like this and be awarded just for joining a voucher, which is a travel voucher, which is worth up to $7,000. And you've got up to 18 months to take that at the point you choose to press the button of the voucher. So you can walk into this. So I've been in this, obviously, second time I came in was September 2018. I've still got my $7,000 voucher. I've not even pressed the button on that yet. So I've still got that to do. I so far, right, okay, do you want to know what this company's given me so far? Apart from obviously a multiple 5-figure income. You know, that's just a tick bit. What this company's given me. So for my children, we don't worry about our holidays at all. And anybody that approaches me and works with me, they never have to worry about their holidays ever. Right now, even with this pandemic that's gone on, I've got about 4 weeks worth of holidays in my back office. I could literally, as soon as the planes are ready to go, pick up and come to the States for a month. Because I have got 4 weeks and I can literally go, I'll have a week there, a week there, a week there, and a week there.
Yes.
I literally joined this company so that therefore I can help people actually travel. There's so many people that love to travel and they want to travel and they come into the travel industry for that. But what they end up doing is paying a monthly membership and not traveling.
Right.
But that's not what happens with us because our monthly membership gives us our travel. We flipped it completely. Where for you, I mean, obviously you do the travel agency. I don't do the travel agency. I do the travel club side. I am purely travel club.
Gotcha.
And the reason why that is that anyone that comes to me and says to me, Sam, what has your travel club got? £13,000 worth of accommodation for £1,300 paid over a 12-month period. You can start with £144 deposit. And if you don't want to pay any more than £144 deposit, I can show you how to never have a monthly fee.
Yes.
Because I can show you by you caring and looking after your family and friends.
Yes.
They're looking after you and you ain't paying any more to be in this company.
Yes.
That's what I do. That's exactly what I do.
I love it.
And then not only do I do that, I then show people how that they can earn a significant income as well from it. Because I don't sell holiday packages, not at all. What I do is I show people how, instead of them going to a travel agent and asking the travel agent to help them, I show them how that they can help themselves for life. So I teach them to fish for life.
All right.
Because all that can happen, you know as well as I do. If I came to you and I wasn't in this company and I wanted a discount, you're going to give me a discount 1 year, and then I'm going to come back to you next year and you're going to try and get me a discount. But with me being in this company, I don't need to go to a travel agent and ask for a discount because I've already got an 80% discount on my accommodation.
Built in.
The travel agent can't help me.
Built in.
Built in. Yes, you'll shout that for me because I can hear that quite loud.
Built in.
Built in. Yeah, built in. Built in.
I love it.
And that's why I'm just so enthusiastic about this company. I'm not putting anybody in a position whereby, you know, the planes aren't taking off, you can't sell anything, apart from maybe in 2021, and you've got to wait till 2021 to get paid. I show people how they get paid next week.
Come on.
Not next month, next week.
Come on.
Yeah? I show people, like what you show people, how they get paid to sleep.
Yes. Say that again.
Oh, you said that very modestly, didn't you, Mel?
Make it plain for the benefit of that sleep pay, getting paid while you sleep. How is it so that you're able to accomplish that? You're not at work. How are you getting paid while you sleep?
Because I have already built my business up, and because I get residual pay, I only have to do the work once, and then I get paid for it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. I mean, let's look at what's happened during this coronavirus.
Right.
Everybody's heard that I've obviously got a severe skill set because of my past, of what I've been through with the Matrix. Yes. So I chose to come home, work telesales, put my son first. Mm-hmm. When all this went on with this pandemic, my door shut completely. There was no work for me. I got paid 320 quid for a month's work. My check that I draw down through my phone through working on this, $3,000. So you're talking about what, £2,500 English money?
Wow.
It's a huge difference. A huge difference. And this is why more people need to be looking at networking. And it's not just about, oh my God, I've got to join with this person because this person's my friend. No, you look at what's best for you. You look at what sits best for you and what works best in your soul. People really do need to be waking up right now. Because I don't want to swear, and I nearly did, but this stuff's going to happen again. They're going to find another excuse. They're going to call it something else. It won't be the coronavirus. It's going to be called something else, because let's be honest about it. What's going on right now is control. They are trying to control us.
Yes.
And I refuse to be controlled.
Yes.
By anybody.
Yes.
I've not been controlled by anyone since I was 16 years old. I'm not going to be controlled now.
Right.
And this is why I'm hell-bent on helping as many people as possible, so that when this does happen again, that they're going to be in a position that I was in during this.
Yes.
And they're not looking at the bills to go, how can I feed my children? Because they know that they can feed their children, because they are able to draw down on work that they done once and got paid again and again and again for it. Because when they go to work Monday morning, they're going to do that work once and get paid once. Their boss is not going to give them a residual pay.
Wow.
It's just not going to happen.
No. Let me speak to that audience. We have so many comments. I'm going to go to the comments that are coming in. We have a number of people who have commented. Bishop Eric says, perseverance is the key. Yep. And then we have Prophet Michelle. She says, great testimony. Paula says, well done, Sam. Gillian Streeter, amazing story and interview.
Mel, can I stop you for a minute?
Sure, please.
Jill's one to watch out for. Gillian is seriously one to watch out for. She's new to the company, but my God, what she's done in the company that she built before, she's one that was going to pop this hard, and she's going through a fine-tooth comb at the moment, ready to absolutely go boom.
Is she there in the UK with you?
Oh, they're in the UK with me. Believe me, this girl's going to be right by my side. She's just about
to be hanging with y'all. I'm going to be. I just want to know, because I'm going to be hanging with both of you, so I need to make sure we're connected.
Yeah.
Wow, good stuff. So let me summarize what I heard you to say, and then we got one more thing I'm going to ask you. And I know everybody has everything scheduled for the day, so we're not going to hold you much longer. But I must go to one more question. But before I do that, let me summarize this. What I've heard you say thus far is, as an entrepreneur with courage and resilience, you saw this opportunity, you took a great risk, you took something that was very near and dear to you, you took it to the pawn shop to get your money temporarily, because you knew you were going to go at this thing long term and you want to go hard.
Yeah.
And then, even after doing so, in your full-time profession, I think it's in the mortgage or something. In
I do telesales. It's Kevin that does mortgages. So you are listening to what's going on with the UK team. Well done, you.
Yes. So with all of that going on in the industry, with COVID and all the crisis control, as I 100% agree with you, the bigger scheme of things, the opportunity for you to earn the income that you were working for, your income just steadily declined. And if not for the opportunity to had already in advance gotten engaged, gotten involved, and did what you did with this, you don't know what you would have done. Am I hearing this correctly?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't know how to fed my kids. That's
Wow.
how it would have been.
Wow.
Because the thing about it is I'm self-employed, and with what's gone on, the way that the government went is that at first they're saying you're not going to get any money until June the 8th. Well, obviously we're on June the 3rd at the moment, so that would have been in 5 days' time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't have had kids left.
Oh my God. Yeah. So all around the world, this thing is happening. It's not just the UK. It's not just the US. It's global. It's a global crisis. And here's the solution. I like what you said and how you said it. We have to stop allowing others to control us. Our livelihood, our passions, our choices, and all of those things, and get in a position where we have been truly liberated, truly set free to position ourselves for our future and all of those who are like our children relying on us. Because the freer we are, we have power to make choices. Now, if you want to do something as your choice, then that's okay. But it's a horrible thing that someone else is making all of your choices for you. So because you're so gifted and you have all of these talents, imagine if you didn't have this company, this paid to save travel experience, and then you share with us how every single year you have multiple 7-night vacations at places all around the world that are free, and that you teach others how to do the same thing. And by doing that, you've built a global business, and it's growing every single week and every single day, actually, in leaps and bounds. So if I'm getting this right, here's what I want to do next. I want to literally get you to close us out with this. And let me just say one more thing. I need to put that back up. Give me just one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, you have on the screen for Miss Sam here. If you go to her link, anybody that's watching this broadcast and she's invited you, I definitely want you to go to her link. Listen, if you know her, you're connected to her in any way, and you have not yet listened to the ability that she has to help, you owe yourself a huge favor. Go to that link. Is p2stravel.com/launch/63703. When you get there, you'll see all the information that keeps her up at night and keeps her excited. She stopped drinking coffee, y'all, I think.
But you know what? There's another reason why I do this, Mel. I don't just do this to help people. I've got 2 young people watching me.
Yes.
My children need to learn that the Matrix is never going to look after them, and it's my job to teach my children that. And that is why I do what I do, and that's why I constantly network around my children as well. My children are already of the mindset. My 12-year-old is already saying to me, Mummy, I want you to teach me what you do. I want to be a networker. I don't want it so that someone says to me, I can't feed myself.
Wow.
She's already talking to me like that. That's my 12-year-old.
I love
They're
that.
sponges.
And let me tell you what else I love. I love your terminology, the Matrix. I love the fact that you keep using that phrase, because tell us the concept behind this whole thing. You call it, now, of course, we think movie, but tell us the concept behind why you keep calling the whole industry and the whole thing J-O-B, the Matrix. Why do you use that phrase?
I call it the Matrix because it controls us. When we're in the Matrix, we've got no control over anything we do ourselves. So when you look at, obviously, the film called The Matrix, you've literally got those pods of human beings being bred to fed the Matrix. Well, this is just another thing. We're just alive. We ain't been bred to feed the Matrix.
Lord help us today, Jesus. Good God Almighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, go to her site. If she's invited you in any way, you definitely have to go to that link. The link you see on the bottom below. If you're connected to me in any way, you should have already done it. Text Coach Me to 830-522-2110. We're working together from the U.S. to the UK and every other nation, every other continent in between. We're changing lives because of this opportunity, and we couldn't be more grateful and humbled by the opportunity to do it. Here's what we want to close out with.
Good.
Where do we go from here? Who should get in touch with you right away? And how are you going to help them change their life?
Well, after this, I'm going straight on a Zoom call. There's about 6 or 7 people waiting for me to do a Zoom call with them. I've got 2 people that have started this business within the last couple of weeks that are wanting me to go on and do training. So if anyone's interested in what I do, if you want to jump on this Zoom call, give me a shout and come on now.
Absolutely. I love it.
Time waits for no one.
That's it. That's it. So you heard it for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We are so grateful for this lioness, this resilient soul who has shared her time with us. She's going to be our host from the U.S. when we get over there. So y'all make sure you connect with her. Let me put up her Facebook feed one more time. I want you to get that, connect with her there, and watch what begins to happen. You need to be able to see it the way she saw the industry of energy and all of those types of things, and she got in first, and now she's gotten into the travel because she knows her stuff. And you can connect with her there on that particular web page on Facebook. And of course, once again, if you'd like to partner with her in the business, then you'll go to that particular link. And then, of course, if you'd like to connect with me here in the U.S., text Coach Me to 830-522-2110. Either way you do it, we're here for you. And we're Joshua Generation, and we're claiming God's promises together right here, right now. Sam, would you give us the closing comments?
I just want to say one thing. Never devalue yourself by saying no. Always say yes and have a look first, because you never know what you're saying no to. Because I devalued myself for 4 months. And once I opened my mind, I opened my eyes, everything changed. And it can change for you. You just need to open your mind and not say no.
Love you, sis. We'll see you real soon. Keep shining.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, my darling.
Bye-bye.